Hi, greetings, Phil Hunters. Well, our look at Supernatural Season 2 now comes to a close with All Hell Breaks Loose, Part 2. The scene opens up to Sam laid out on a bed. Dean's watching him, but it's obvious Sam is dead. Bobby walks in, telling Dean he needs to eat. Bobby also suggests it's time they bury Sam. Dean refuses. He's angry. When Bobby asks Dean to go with him because something big is going down, end of the world big, Dean refuses, saying, "Then let it end!" Bobby says he doesn't mean it, and that he thinks he shouldn't be left alone. Dean tells Bobby to leave, which he does. Jake has escaped Cold Oak and is camping out. The other demon appears to him and says, "Congratulations, Jake, last man standing, the American Idol." Jake wants to know what the demon wants him for and threatens to kill him. The demon thinks this is funny, threatens Jake's family. Jake has no choice but to say he'll do the demon's bidding. Dean sits alone, looking at Sam's body. He talks about when they were little, about when Sam was 5 and had just started asking questions, like where was Mom? Dean says he told Sam not to ask, that he was trying to protect Sam, keep him safe, because he felt it was his responsibility. And now he's screwed that job up. Dean apologizes, saying he lets down the people he loves. He breaks down and then rushes out to the Impala. When we were little, he could be more than 5. It just started asking questions. How come we have a mom? Why do we always move around? Where did Dad go? We need to take off for days at a time. I remember begged you, quit asking, Sammy. You don't want to know. I just wanted you to be a kid, just for a little while longer. I'm sure to protect you, keep you safe. Dad didn't even have to tell me. It's just always been my responsibility, So I had one job. And I screwed it up. I blew it, and for that I'm sorry. That's what I do. I let down the people I love. I let Dad down, and I guess I'm supposed to let you down too. How can I? How am I supposed to live that? What am I supposed to do, Sammy? What's supposed to do? Sammy, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Driving like a maniac to the nearest crossroads, Dean puts a box with his picture and other items at the center of the intersection, wanting to summon a crossroads demon. Eventually she appears. Dean tells her he wants to make a deal for Sam's life. The demon is sarcastic. She knows he's hurting, and she's enjoying it. Dean offers to sell for Sam back at 10 years of life. The demon says no way. He offers 9 and 8 years of life. But the demon says Sam back and just 1 year to live. For his brother, Dean has no choice but to accept. The demon makes a clause, though, saying if Dean ever tries to get out of the deal, Sam will die again. Dean kisses the demon, sealing the pact. Sam wakes up and he's confused. He goes to the nearest mirror and tries to look at his back where he was stabbed. He knows something is wrong, but can't figure out what. Dean walks in and was relieved to see his brother back among the living. He can't help but give Sammy a hug. Sam asks what happened, and Dean realizes saying Sam was stabbed in the back, but Bobby patched him up. Dean asks who the kid was anyway, and Sam says his name's Jake. Sam asks if he got Jake, but Dean says no, he got away. Excuse me. Sam and Dean get something to eat, and Sam tells his brother everything that happened in Cold Oak, and that Demon only wants one special kid. Cares how he and Jake are both still alive, as that's 2 kids. Dean brushes this aside and says Sam was left for dead. Sam has to accept this, but says they have to figure out what the demon wanted the special kid for, and stop him. Dean wants Sam to rest first, but Sam refuses and says they should call the roadhouse. Dean has to tell him the roadhouse was burned down because of something Ash found, and that Bobby is trying to figure out just what that something was. Sam says they go to Bobby's, despite Dean's protest that he needs to care for himself a little more. Bobby's shocked when he opens the door and to see Sam alive. He doesn't say anything, but Sam notices a strange reaction. The brothers go inside and Bobby shows them what he's found. He doesn't know what it means, but demonic omens have skyrocketed in a certain area, all except for one place in the center. He shows them on a map. One place in southern Wyoming is totally clean, as if demons are surrounding it, but can't get in. Bobby asks Sam to take a look for clues while he and Dean go outside to give more research books. Bobby confronts Dean about what he's done for Sam. Bobby's furious, but it's obvious it's because he thinks a lot of the young hunter see him like he was his own son. Dean confesses they made a deal, but that's why it matters, because he shouldn't have been alive after the crash. After a short exchange, Dean asks Bobby not to tell Sam, but then the pair are distracted by noise in the yard, and they sneak up to find Ellen. Bobby asks Ellen to drink some holy water to prove she's not a demon or possessed. She don't expect the water, then asks for whiskey. Dean asks what happened at the roadhouse, and Ellen explains she had to go out for supplies. Ash called her and told her to look in the safe. By the time she got back, the place was on fire and everyone was dead. Ellen did get the safe, though, as it was in the basement. Inside the safe was another map of Wyoming. Bobby figures out that marks on the map are all abandoned frontier churches, all built by Sam Colt. However, railway lines connect each church, and when lines are down, they draw. And when the lines are drawn out, they make a huge iron devil's trap. Demons can't cross the iron lines. In the middle of Devil's Trap is an old cowboy cemetery. Sam wonders what Sam Colt was trying to protect there, and Dean suggests Colt was maybe actually trying to keep something in. Sam asks Bobby if the demons could get inside the trap, and Bobby says no full-blood demon could. It's then Sam realizes what the demon wanted the gifted kid for, to get inside the Devil's Trap in Wyoming. Jake drives up to the edge of the railroad and is met by the demon. The demon tells Jake 15 miles in is a cemetery and a crypt. Jake's opened the crypt because he can't go in there yet himself. Jake is confrontational and says no, but the demon gives him the Colt and even explains it's the only gun that can kill him. Hearing this, Jake puts the gun at the demon, but the demon laughs and offers Jake and his family money and honey forever. He offers a better world where Jake will be royalty. It's too tempting and Jake caves in. Jake walks in among the graves toward the crypt. Dean, Sam, Ellen, and Bobby appear from hiding places and pull guns on him. Jake looks at Sam shocked. Seeing Sam was dead, he cut through his spinal cord. Sam's obviously surprised and unnerved. Jake laughs and makes Ellen put her own gun to her temple just by suggesting it. His pupils briefly flash yellow as he does this. He tells her that once you give in to the abilities, there are a lot of Jedi mind tricks they can do. He says they should all put their guns down, and then he turns, placing the Colt in a strange rotating lock on the crypt. Sam gets his gun back repeatedly, shoots Jake, almost cold-heartedly. Behind them, the lock is opening, and Bobby explains it's a hellgate. Dean tugs the Colt from the spinning lock and they take cover. The iron trail lines are broken by the force, and the demons can finally enter and leave the cemetery. Bobby, Ellen, and Sam try to close the gate, but Dean spots the white demon and tries to shoot him. The demon takes the gun away using his powers and flies it into his hand. He then tosses Dean into a headstone and pins him there. Sam sees what's happening and runs for his brother, but the demon pins him to a tree. The demon proceeds to thank Dean for bringing Sam back, because Sam was his favorite. He says that demons can't resurrect someone unless a deal is made. I know, red tape, it'll make you nuts. He also warns Dean that the deal may not have been as good as it seemed. He mentions how cold-blooded Sam was when he shot Jake. The demon mocks Dean one more time, then draws the Colt to shoot him. Suddenly, John's spirit appears from behind and grabs the demon from his body. The demon quickly overpowers John and returns to his body only by Dean has got his hands on the Colt. Dean shoots the stunned demon in the heart, finally killing him and avenging his mother and father. The demon drops to the floor behind them. Bobby and Ellen manage to close the Devil's Gate. John's spirit runs forward and places a hand on Dean's shoulder. He also notices Sam with tears in his eyes, but a smile on his face, and then he vanishes in a bright light. The brothers looking for the demon's body. Sam asks Dean if he thinks if their dad really climbed out of hell. But Dean says the door was open, and he was stubborn enough. Sam says he can't believe it's over. He doesn't know what to say. Dean says he does and kneels, addressing the demon's corpse. That was for our mom, you son of a bitch. Sam confronts Dean about what really happened, mentioning how Jake looked like he had seen a ghost when he saw Sam. He asked if he died, and Dean made a deal. Eventually, Dean's silence is as good as a confession. Sam tells Dean he shouldn't have, but Dean insists he had to. It's his job. Sam says his own job is to protect Dean, too. Dean smiles and offers a quiet response. Bobby and Ellen walk up, and Ellen says a lot of demons escaped through the gate. Sam says it's an army. Bobby nods, saying he hopes the boys are ready, because the war has just begun. Dean tosses in the Colt and says, "We got work to do." The scene fades to black, mirroring the pilot episode. Oh boy, that's the way to end this season. So let's take a look at some continuity surrounding this episode. Azazel previously appeared in All Hell Breaks Loose Part 1. Bobby Singer previously appeared in All Hell Breaks Loose Part 1. Jack Talley previously appeared in All Hell Breaks Loose Part 1. Eleanor Vale previously appeared in Hunted. Demon's Crossroad Demon previously appeared in Crossroad Blues. John Winchester previously appeared in My Time of Dying. And now let's take a look at some trivia surrounding this episode. The Winchesters kill Azazel as a family, just like they always wanted to. The opening of the Devil's Gate will set the stage for seasons to come. The reason the Crossroads Demon refused to give Dean any years The reason she said she'd probably get in trouble for giving him the one she did is revealed in season 4. This episode unofficially marks Sam's dark side, growing with the death of Jake Talley at Sam's hands, showing no remorse in doing so. Jake is Sam's first cold-blooded kill of someone who is not possessed by any supernatural being. Azazel states to Dean that he may not have saved Sam 100%, but Sam's short death had a major impact on him and altered Sam somehow. Dean tells this to Bobby Singer in Sin City, but Bobby dismisses it. In Fresh Blood, Sam states the way he's acting is because he's trying to be tougher and more like Dean in order to save Dean from his deal. In killing Azazel, Dean uses the final of the original Colt bullets. The Colt is rendered useless until Bobby learns how to create new bolts in Sin City with the help of Ruby. Among the demons revealed to have been released from Devil's Gate are Ruby, Lilith, Astaroth, and the 7 deadly sins. Of these, only 4 remain alive: Wrath, Loss, Sloth, Lust, and Envy, who were all exorcised and sent back to hell. In Lucifer Rising, it's revealed that the true reason for opening Devil's Gate was to release Lilith, who was trapped neck deep in hell. It was not to release an army as Azazel claimed. This episode marks the first time one of the princes of hell has been killed with the death of Azazel. This is followed by Ramiel's death and Stuck in the Middle with You, Dagon's death in the future, and Asmodeus' death and Bring Him Back Alive. CW's official summary may contain an error, as it lists the director as being Robert Singer, with some other sources cited as Kim Manners. And now finally, let's take a look at an error. During the battle, the Colt is cocked 3 different times so that any sign say that either Dean or Azazel uncocked it. That's weird. So overall, as the final episode of Season 2, this episode is just really fantastic and definitely sets the stage for what's going to happen in later seasons. So, yeah. So overall, I give All Hell Breaks Loose Part 2 5 Impalas out of 5. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at Season 2 Supernatural. I know I did. And next year, we'll be looking at Season 3. And next month, Arrowverse August 2022 kicks off as we take a look at Season 2 of Arrow. So, until then, carry on, my wayward sons and daughters.